So number one is, one thing I noticed is that it's a lot of like tic-tac foul calls, you know? So for example, James Harden is known for this. He's like this generation's foul baiter, this new generation's foul baiter. He would go jump into you and they'll call a foul for him. So one thing I noticed is that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, for example, he does that here and there. Now, I'm rooting for the Thunder. I guess that's fine. I mean, I don't really care for it. I mean, if I was rooting for the other team, the Pacers, I would be more likely to say something about it, but I don't really care, I guess, right? Cool. But one thing I noticed about the Pacers game is there's certain substitutions that didn't happen in a certain time period, and it kind of made me wonder, was this game really rigged? Now, when you look back at the game, the last 2 minutes of the game, they didn't put no good rebounders in the game. They ended the game with two guys that are not used to playing in this crunch time in the NBA Finals. Now, I don't know about you personally, but me, as a coach, I'm not putting in the least experienced person in this moment on this team. I don't care if the person has a ring or not, unless they're a complete superstar. So, one thing I noticed in the game is they had someone by the name of Alex Caruso, and then they had someone by the name of, I think it was Cason Wallace, in the final 2 minutes of the game. Now, they're professionals. Don't get me wrong, they're professionals, but one thing I noticed is that those two players, they don't really play a lot of minutes in those type of situations. So that's one thing, you know. So I was kind of confused in that part, because if your season is on the line, maybe not your season, but if one of your games is on the line and this is the last stage before you can take the crown home, why would you put those two players in? They're playing better that game. You supposed to have Chet Holmgren or Isaiah Hartenstein. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, why in the world would you have small ball offense and defense and match the Pacers when the almost the whole fourth quarter they're out rebounding you, doing this and that and that? Why would you have that lineup in the last 2 minutes? Second of all, I don't know if you peeped, but some of the threes that the Pacers made, their foot was on the line. I know what y'all saying. Oh, this guy, he's just saying things. Oh, he's just talking. No, some of the calls that were called as three were actually twos. You scroll back to the video, you can see. So if you want to be technical, the Pacers did technically win, but the game really should have been tied, or the Thunder should have won by 1 point. So if you go back to the game and you look at it, there's some times where the Thunder players, their foot's on the line, all them types of stuff. So all I'm saying is they're not officiating the game right, because they're missing calls here and there. They're going straight through it. And there's even calls for the Thunder where it may have been a foul too. So all I'm saying is this NBA is rigged. I'm going to tell you why the new generation NBA is rigged. It's WWE. It's not always about talent in this new generation of NBA. Look at the Pacers. The Pacers are a good example. Yes, they have talent, but let's be honest. It's luck, officiating, and I'm gonna throw a little bit of talent there, but let's be honest. It's just luck and officiating, right? If the Pacers fouled the Thunder, which I'm pretty sure they did in the last final minutes of the game, they're not calling it. And I want you to look at the last 5 minutes of the game, actually. Not the last two, not the last three, not the last four. Look at the last 5 minutes of the game. Now, you would see fouls against the Pacers that's not being called. 3 or 2 pointers that their foot's on the line. And there's all different types of different calls that's not being called. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, you want to say it now because we lost or whatever. Even if I won, I would say something. It's just that because we lost, it makes me look like that. You get what I'm saying? So there's plenty of calls that was called that game that actually weren't good calls. And the thing is, in order for them to feel like the game is being equal, they don't call fouls for SGA when some of those calls should have been fouls. So all I'm saying is the officiating is rigged. The refs are gambling. They're gambling. The refs are gambling. I'm not trying to hear shit. I'm not trying to hear nothing. The refs are gambling. You can tell by the way they officiated who they wanted to win. They wanted the Pacers to win. everybody's money was on the Thunder. Most of America's money was on the Thunder. Now, I know what you're saying. Oh, so that's why they lost. Oh, that's not a good excuse. No, I'm trying to say is the Thunder, they had a whole bunch of calls while they were losing their lead that they didn't call. So all I'm saying is the refs didn't do their calls. Don't get me wrong. The Pacers, they did a phenomenal job on defense. I'm not gonna take discredit that would be hating. But at the end of the day, some of the calls they never called, and some of the officiating, and even it almost seems too like put together, almost like a script almost. So the NBA has so many hidden agendas that I feel like that was one of the hidden agendas in the finals. I really think that they're script writers in the NBA, and I'm gonna explain to you why I think that. Some things just seem too like, okay, the Halliburton thing, it wasn't planned out. I'm pretty sure it wasn't planned out, but the coming back down by 15 in the fourth quarter, that was planned. Halliburton hitting the game shot, I don't know if that was planned. I don't think so. You have there's all different types of stuff, man. But one thing I can say about the NBA is that the NBA definitely they're definitely money hungry right now, so they're doing anything to fix this script. And even throughout the whole season, if you haven't seen throughout the whole season, it's been all different types of weird stuff going on. Like, almost everybody gets injured when they go against the Pacers. Why is that? Almost everybody on the Warriors are getting hurt now. Like, it's a certain script that the NBA is following in each playoffs. It's almost like only certain teams that go up against certain teams, they get hurt almost. Like the script, it's easy to see now. They're not even hiding anymore. The NBA, it fell off. I'm not gonna lie. And look, man, all I'm saying is the NBA got to fix this, man, because the NBA is doing too much. This is too much, man. Like, the NBA needs to go back to the NBA. It's really Hollywood. The NBA is Hollywood right now. Like, with the acting and everything, and the skits and everything. It just, man, like, I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like nobody expected this script because the NBA already knew it. The NBA already had a plan for the Pacers to move on before the playoffs even started. You know, they're talented, but let's be honest, bro. Luckiness kind of occurred for them, and then with the injuries, and then they had some skill, so it's gonna seem like they willed their way through, but in reality, it's luck. So all I'm saying is the NBA needs to fix this, because I'll make another video. I'll keep making videos until they fix this. But I'm gonna see you guys next time, man. Thank you for watching my video, and I'm out.